Hey everybody, how's it going? What I was seeing in the pre-shuffle was there being a focus on something kind of changing a little bit on the emotional front. And this type of change felt like, it feels like the path moving a particular way, and it seems like it's very much connected with what it is that you're feeling and where it is that you're going as well as it relates to this. But I was definitely seeing this energy that is connected with a sense of change, and I was seeing the Queen of Cups. It was actually the Wheel of Fortune that I was seeing. And having the Wheel of Fortune is about kind of the wheel of fate and the way that things are moving. And sometimes with the Wheel of Fortune, we don't so much have control over it. It's kind of just like, well, this is the way that things are going. And so there's either we can try to fight against it, or we can just go with it, knowing that this is actually looking out for our best interests. We are starting off first with Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about tuning in. It's about you kind of just tapping in and feeling things out and being present to what it is that you're feeling. You can be noticing more subtly things that are taking place, things that are going on. And also when we have Queen of Cups, we can want to connect. We can crave a sense of connection. It can be something that feels important to us. We can want maybe a sense of intimacy. We can want to feel understood. We can want to understand another. We can want to share too. And although this can be something that you want, I'm seeing Hermit coming out. And so I'm wondering if Queen of Cups loves to connect. It doesn't have to be with other people, but we can primarily enjoy connecting with other people. But this is also like, I want to be connected with myself. I want to feel connected with nature. It can be with animals. It's really just like the universe in general, having a sense of flow and connection with it, as this is a water energy. So it picks up on what's going on and kind of brings a sense of form to it through what it is that we feel. The next card that we have is Hermit, and Hermit is going to be going into a period of reflection to assess something. It looks like it's assessing something that you're feeling. Maybe there's something going on that you're feeling that you're looking to understand better. Hermit is about reviewing something, and because it's the Queen of Cups, this is going to be connected with something that you're feeling. And Hermit is also, you see how Hermit is looking into the lantern? This is about wanting to find specific answers. So yeah, maybe you're looking for some type of emotional clarity here. Maybe you're just wanting to understand something that you feel like you don't totally understand as it relates to what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. You know that something's going on. You just may be like, well, what does this mean then? And when we have Hermit too, it can mean that maybe you're doing this kind of more on your own. You may not be telling everybody you know, like, I'm in thought about this. This can be more so something that you're like more quietly reflecting upon. Something maybe that you're keeping to yourself a little bit here. I get the sense that once you have found what you need, it looks like you are going to do something about it. Some of you may even have somebody that's kind of like around you. Maybe you feel like they're putting a little bit of pressure on you. This can be your energy too, but for those of you that you have someone around you, you can be kind of like isolating, like thinking about something, trying to understand something. And I almost feel like this person sort of like watching you doing this. Maybe you feel like you're more like privately in this energy right now, and you can't have somebody that's like, maybe they're waiting on you or something. Seeing this person's energy be like very focused on you and what you have going on, but your back is turned to them. It's weird. Like I feel like you're doing something kind of privately, but that you have somebody in the environment that's sort of like there. And they may be very aware of you doing it, but it's weird because with Hermit, like usually we want to be on our own reflecting on something, but I just like feel somebody's presence around you. Let's interpret this another way too. There can be this part of you that's observing this part of you going through something, and this part of you is not going to be rushed going through something. This is the part of you that you're like, I'll come to the conclusion when the conclusion is come to, but I need to feel this out, and I need time, and I need you to not make noise and be disturbing me because I need to reflect on this. You know, Queen of Cups is an energy where it's like you have to kind of go into that flow state to really understand what this is all about. And so you can have this other part of you that's like, come on, we have things that we need to be doing. So maybe you feel like this part of you is rushing yourself, but for some of you, you can be experiencing this as another person around you. Maybe you feel like they're putting a little bit of pressure on you and you're like, I'm trying to figure this out. It's not going to help me right now. But I mean, I am seeing Six of Pentacles, so maybe you have something going on with this person where it's like expected maybe that you would be around or be like interacting with them. And with Hermit there, like maybe you're not really interacting with them because you're thinking about something here. It's more than just thinking about something. Like this isn't only a cerebral energy. Like this is mainly about what you're feeling and making sense of what it is that you're feeling and looking for specific answers as it relates to that. But yeah, maybe, I don't know, this King of Wands is feeling a little bit impatient to me. So it can be somebody around you that's kind of like, you've had enough time to think about this. I'm not saying you have to agree with that, and I'm also not saying that that has to be something that you're down for, but that can be something that's happening a little bit here in the environment. But keep in mind with the King of Wands, like this energy is only going to have power over you if there's a part of you that kind of is agreeing with that too. Otherwise, you'll be able to dismiss it. And you won't feel that sense of pressure. Wow. I'm seeing Virgo and Scorpio here. And I'm also seeing Libra on the bottom of the deck. So we have Queen of Cups, we have Virgo here, we have King of Wands, we have Scorpio here. So all of these energies that we have. Having the Death card come out, I wonder if there's some like big type of process that you're going through where you can feel like you're being changed on some very, very deep level. Like maybe something has activated your energy and you're kind of going through a bit of a metamorphosis right now. I feel something really, really deep, really intense, really emotionally involved that you're going through. It almost feels like I don't know if rapture is the right word, but it feels like something that like feels like a big deal to you as far as what it is that you're feeling. And you can feel like things are changing in a big way. But only because you're understanding yourself better. It comes from that. Like maybe something recently happened, having the Death card here, maybe something recently happened that felt like a really big deal to you and you feel very impacted by it emotionally. And so you can feel like it's creating some type of change within you. And this can also be changing the way that you're showing up within your life. Because now I'm seeing this King of Wands as being more so connected with your energy. I'm wondering if this is somehow going to like empower your Mars energy or empower the fire energy that you have within your chart, where maybe before you hadn't been taking initiative in certain ways, and this may be something that is like preparing you for something that's going to be happening within your life that you are going to be sort of leading out a bit here. Because this doesn't feel like this is preparing you for something that's going to just happen to you. This feels like it's preparing you for something that you're going to be doing actually. But there's some type of deep transformation that is in the process of taking place in order to prepare you for this. And I feel like this is preparing you to embody the energy actually of the King of Wands as well, because it's not an either or situation. Like, I'm seeing something about connection with the Queen of Cups here. See how these little beings that are up here are connecting with one another? I feel like there's something having to do with a sense of connection, or like even mirroring here, that's connected with something that's going on with you. I'm seeing a lot of fire and water. Now we also have King of Cups coming out, and on the bottom of the deck we have Knight of Pentacles. So this can be that once you feel organized in your understanding of what's taking place and how you're feeling within all of this, to the point where you're like, I can do something with this now, because this feels like getting to the point of being able to do something with it. Once you get to that point, it feels like there is a very tangible move that you're going to be making, and it's going to be very deliberate as well. Yeah, I'm seeing this very big change on the spiritual and emotional front for you. Like, even facing something down that may have felt like you weren't ready for before, but now you are, I guess. Wow, we have the High Priestess coming out, and High Priestess is falling under Hermit, which feels very significant, because what this means is that, so in tarot, the Hermit, that like answers that Hermit is looking for, which Hermit finds within that light is supplied by the High Priestess. So to see these energies connected with one another, I feel like you're gonna have some like major emotional epiphany here that you were like not ready for before. But this feels like now something is getting totally connected, which feels like it really puts a spotlight on what's really been going on with you. And this feels like the unification as well of your masculine and your feminine water energy, which when those energies are detached from one another and they're not like working together the way that they do when they're working at their greatest potential, it means that we can feel things and then not do anything about it. It means that we can be doing things and be out of touch when we're doing it, because it's not really reflective of how we really feel. So having these energies come together here is going to be something really important, because it's about getting that balance right on the emotional front, on the feeling front, and as it relates to what your understanding is going on with you, and then how you want to be playing that out, choices that you're making, moves that you're making. Because it seems to, like, this is also about emotional compatibility. I'm seeing that be something as well that's coming up within this. Some of you, I'm seeing some type of situation that you're in with another person. This may be coming to a final close, having the Death card be there. Because after Six of Pentacles, we have the Death card there, and this can be something that you actively participate in, that you don't want to keep that going in that way. So something really big is going to be changing here. I see Six of Pentacles in this instance as some type of situation where, meaning it can be something like a relationship that you have where there's been kind of more of a like routine on what's been going on, but having that Death card there can be however it is that you've been interacting with this person. Having Death card there, there's going to be a really big shift that's taking place within this. And Death card can also mean like this chapter is fully going to be closing out, because Death card is that final absolute ending of something. And only This only comes about because of the realizations that you're having. It feels like all of this time your intuition has been communicating with you. What you've been feeling, your moon energy, has been communicating with you about what Six of Pentacles, which is connected with reciprocity and is connected with sustainability and is connected with your relationships. Something about this has been being communicated with you, and this means that anything that's not your true Six of Pentacles now is eradicated by the Death card. So this means that anything that you're doing that's actually broken to be within, because that is not sustaining for your nature and what's compatible with you, this is going to be final closing out that's happening. Because Death card is the hand it over. Like, you have to surrender this fully, but only so you can get the stuff that really works. So maybe this has also been, okay, I think in the beginning of the reading I was saying that I saw the Wheel of Fortune. We're ending with the Wheel of Fortune, and it's landing over King of Cups and partially over the High Priestess. And so having this be here, this means that there's stuff that you're understanding about yourself that you just like weren't in the place yet. It just feels like something is happening where your understanding of yourself, it is expanding. Things are making sense to you. And this means as well that you are learning, which means that stuff is going on and you're actually processing it, and then you're actually applying it. Because that is that energy of Jupiter. Jupiter is not just information. Jupiter is about the stuff that we actually process and understand and then apply it. Because otherwise, what's it mean if you're not going to be applying it? Just like stuff that you have rattling around in your head, just like making noise, bouncing around. So this feels like some type of full application that's being made with this energy. But what this means too is that if this for real is going to be coming to an end, there's going to be a big shift that will be taking place. But you can know as well that this is like allowing life to expand before you rather than staying truncated within this. And I feel as well like this has been something that you've been processing through for a long, long time. And I think something too that's coming up that's actually really important about this is that if you've been in some type of situation where you feel like on a level of like feeling and emotions, you and somebody else, or you and whatever situation you're in, and ultimately you with yourself, if you have not been in a place of full communion with your water energy, whether somebody's involved with it within this or not, this can be a time when those corrections are being made and you put an end to the things that don't feel like full reciprocity in the way that you need it to be. Otherwise, you know that there will be an inherent imbalance and that you're not going to feel like we had justice coming out on the bottom of the deck when we were in the beginning of the reading. This is all about wanting to be balanced within. And when you come to a place of being balanced within, it means that you extricate yourself from situations that are not balanced anymore because you have that balance. So you keep the things that are in balance, and anything that is out of balance, you disconnect from those things because you know that you're not going to feel harmonious internally if you're keeping things moving around that are actually out of whack within your life. You're not going to keep supplying your energy to that. And this is about realizing that you're ultimately the one that determines where it is that you put your energy in, what you're involved in, and what it is that you bring to the exchange, and also what it is that you receive from that. So if there's been anything going on where it's like you have been giving too much and not receiving what you need, or you've been taking more than you've been giving back, this is the time when this correction is being made. And having Death card, this can be like the curtain is closing, this is the final call, something for real like coming to an end, like this process actually being at the very end. That's what's going to be taking place. And this feels like there's going to be a very big shift for the Queen of Cups, but also for the King of Cups as well. It's both of these energies. Because Queen of Cups can feel like I'm understanding now something that I wasn't understanding before. And King of Cups can say, and now I know that I need to initiate the closing call of this. So now I know that I need to end this. And I'm very well aware of that now, but I didn't understand how to integrate it and apply it before. And now there is that understanding of this. And now finally the High Priestess is connected with King of Wands, which means we can now take action because there is an understanding of this. And for some of you, with that King of Swords on the bottom of the deck, this is going to be a conversation that's going to be happening. This can also be connected with, I feel like it's more so going to be a conversation than anything. Like, this is something that can maybe be discussed, maybe be talked about now. I do get the sense of something feeling particular about the timing of when this is taking place. And I think the last thing that I want to say about this is that this feels like, as far as the King of Cups perspective, this feels like I've thought about this for a long time. I've reflected on this for a long time, and now I finally feel like I've arrived at the answers that I have been searching for, moving through the entirety of this process, and now I understand my true core values in a way that I did not before. And this feels like emotional ones. This feels like feeling ones. So this can be like on a psychological level, on an emotional level, on a romantic level, on a just like human to human interpersonal level. These types of conclusions, like in that vein of thinking, and then what's being done with that, and whether or not that's being honored. And now like stuff can happen, things can take place now, decisions can be made. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.